Hi there, my name is Ryan and I'm going to show you how to build a Kanban board in Microsoft Excel. With this spreadsheet, you'll be able to add tasks and assignees, and then as you update the status for each task, the tasks will move across the Kanban board automatically. Also, if you don't have time to build it, you can download this template for free via the link in the description. That being said, let's get started. Let's begin by setting up the worksheet structure. Click here to select all cells. Right-click on the row headings. Select row height. Set the size to 25 and click OK. Right-click on the column headings. Select column width. Set the size to 2 and click OK. Then change the vertical alignment to middle and change the horizontal alignment to left. Next, select row 1, right-click, row height, set the size to 30, and click OK. Then bold the font, increase the font size to 14, click the Fill Color button, select More Colors, click Custom, enter the hex code 253858. Click OK, then click the font color button and select white. Then turn off the grid lines by going to View, uncheck Grid Lines. Finally, select columns A and B, right-click, column width, set the size to 6, click OK. Alright, now we will make a copy of this worksheet. Right-click on the Sheet tab, select Move or Copy, check Create a Copy, click OK. Rename the first sheet to Task List, and rename the second sheet to Kanban. Move to the Task List worksheet, select columns B through E, right-click, column width, set the size to 20, click OK. Select columns G and H, right-click, column width, set the size to 20, and click OK. Next, select cell B1, type in Task List, then select cell B3, type in Task, then Assignee, Status, and Lookup. Then in cell G3, type in Status, and then Value. From here, select the range B3 through E11. Go to Home, click the down arrow next to the Borders button, and select More Borders. Change the color to gray, click the Outline and Inside buttons, and click OK. Now select the range B3 through E3, bold the font, click Borders, click None, then Outline, and then OK. Next, click the down arrow next to Fill Color and select More Colors. Click Custom, enter the hex code F1, F3, F4, and click OK. Awesome. Next, select the range B3 through C7 and click the Format Painter button here. This is going to copy the formatting, and you can select cell G3 to apply that formatting. Then, all you have to do is select cell H3, go to Borders, apply the border on the right, and click OK. Fantastic. At this point, go ahead and enter in a few sample tasks and assignees like so. After that, type in the 4 status values that you want to use. Once you have, assign the following values to each status. This is going to allow you to store up to 100 tasks for each status. Now, if you want to increase this amount to 1,000 instead, then make these numbers 1,000, 2,000, etc. Either way, now we're going to add drop-down menus to the status column in the task table. To do so, select the cells in the status column and go to Data, Data Validation. Under Allow, select List. Then for the source, select the 4 status values in G4 through G7 and click OK. You can now assign status values to each task in your list. Nice. Our next step will be to create some range names that we will use in our formulas here in a little bit. Range names are simply text values that we can assign to specific ranges in our spreadsheet. They make it a lot easier to reference those ranges and also give our formulas more context. And creating these range names is very important to this build, so please don't skip this step. That being said, start by selecting the range B4 through B11. Then click in this box, which is called the name box. Type in the name Task List with no spaces and press Enter. This creates a range name called Task List that refers back to B4 through B11 on this specific worksheet. And that makes one range name. Now we need to make 4 more. Go ahead and select the range C4 through C11. Click in the name box, type in Assignee List, press Enter, select D4 through D11, click in the name box, type in Status List, press Enter, select E4 through E11, click in the name box, type in Lookup List, press Enter, select G4 through H7, click in the name box, type in Status Table, and press Enter. Now you should have 5 unique range names. Okie dokie. Next, we're going to add formulas that calculate a unique lookup value for each individual task. The lookup value is what we will use later on to populate our tasks in the Kanban board. So, select cell E4 and enter the following formula. Equals VLOOKUP function D4 next argument status table next argument 2 next argument false close parentheses plus COUNTIF function $D $4 colon D4 next argument D4 close parentheses and press enter. Once you have the formula working, use the fill handle to copy the formula down to row 11. Now, this formula does 2 main things. First, the VLOOKUP function returns the value from the status table that corresponds with the selected status. Second, the COUNTIF function counts how many times the status has been selected so far in the task table. And these 2 numbers are then added together to give you a unique value for each task. And we'll see later on how to use these lookup values. For now, let's look at how to expand the task list table to add space for even more tasks. To expand the table, select a few rows somewhere in the middle, then right-click, Insert, Shift down, OK. Then select the first lookup cell above the new rows and copy the formula down with the fill handle. You will see an NA error, but that's okay. This error goes away whenever the status is selected. That being said, why do we expand the table this way? Well, we do it this way to ensure that all new cells are included in our range names. You can see that if I select one of the range names here, it includes all of the cells. But if I had just used the fill handle to expand the table down like this, you can see that the new cells are not included in the range names. So be sure to follow the process I showed you whenever you expand the task table. And with that out of the way, go ahead and select columns E through H, right-click, and hide. Then select cell D3, go to Home, Borders, add the right border, and click OK. Awesome. That does it for the task list worksheet. Let's move on to the Kanban worksheet. Start by selecting cell C1 and type in Kanban board. Then select column D, hold Control, also select columns H, L, and P, right-click, column width, set the size to 20, click OK, then change the horizontal alignment to center. Now select cell D3 and enter this formula. Equals, index function, status table, next argument 1, next argument 1, close parentheses and press enter. Then bold the font and increase the font size to 14. Then copy cell D3, select H3, paste, select L3, paste, select P3, and paste. Then select cell H3 and in the formula, change the first 1 to a 2. Select cell L3, change the 1 to a 3. Select cell P3 and change the 1 to a 4. You should now have your 4 status values. And we can now design the Kanban board itself. Start by selecting the range C5 through E10. Go to Fill Color and apply the custom light gray fill color. Then copy the range, select cell G5 and paste, select K5 and paste, select O5 and paste. Next, select C4 through E4, fill color, more colors, custom, enter the hex code 97A0AF and click OK. Select G4 through I4, fill color, more colors, custom, enter the hex code 00B8D9 and click OK. Select K4 through M4, fill color, more colors, custom, enter the hex code FFAB00 and click OK. Select O4 through Q4, fill color, more colors, custom, enter the hex code 46C590 and click OK. Next, select cell D6, bold the font, increase the font size to 12, change the vertical alignment to bottom. Select cell D7, change the font color to gray, then select both D6 and D7, go to Borders, and for the color, select the custom dark gray, click the outline button, click OK, and finally change the fill color to white. Awesome. Now I want you to select cell B6 and type in 1. Select B7 and also type in 1. Then select B9 and enter the formula equals B6 plus 1 and press enter. Then copy the formula down one cell with the fill handle. Okie dokie. Now we're going to add the lookup formulas in the card that will grab the task information. Start in cell D6 and enter the following. Equals, if error function, index function, task list, next argument, match function, $B6 plus VLOOKUP function, $3, next argument, status table, next argument 2, next argument false, close parentheses, next argument lookup list, next argument 0, close parentheses, next argument quote, quote, close parentheses, and press enter. All right, once you have the formula working, go ahead and copy the formula text. Then select cell D7, place your cursor in the formula bar, and paste. Then all you have to do is change task list to assignee list. Fantastic. At this point, select D6 and D7, copy, select H6 and paste, select L6 and paste, select P6 and paste. Then select H6 through H7, go to Borders, change the color to the custom blue, click the Outline button, click OK, select L6 through L7, go to Borders, change the color to the custom yellow, click the Outline button, click OK, select P6 through P7, go to Borders, change the color to the custom green, click the Outline button, and click OK. And then, to finish the cards, we're going to add conditional formatting that will hide the cards whenever there are no tasks in them. To do so, select D6 through D7, hold Control, and select the other cards as well. Then go to Conditional Formatting, New Rule. Select Format Only Cells That Contain, change this to equal to, and enter equals, quote, quote. Then click Format, click the Border tab, click None, click the Fill tab, More Colors, Custom. For the hex code, enter F1, F3, F4, click OK, OK, and OK. And if you have task information in the cards, like I do here, nothing should happen. We will see here in a little bit how the conditional formatting comes into play. But for now, go ahead and select the range D6 through P7, copy, select cell D9, and paste. Then select the range B8 through Q10, copy, select cell B11, and paste. Select B14 and paste. Select B17 and paste. And the cool part is that you can repeat this action as many times as you want to make the board as big as you'd like. It's completely up to you. And once you have it the size that you want, all that's left is a little cleanup. Start by selecting row 4, right-click, row height, set the size to 10, and click OK. Then select row 5, hold Control, and select every other third row like so. Then right-click, row height, set the size to 15, and click OK. Finally, select column B, right-click, and hide. Now, whenever you adjust the status of your tasks, the Kanban board updates accordingly, and that's all there is to it. Thank you so much for sticking with me throughout this build. I hope you had fun and learned along the way. If you have any questions, leave me a comment and subscribe for more. Until next time, I'll see you again soon in the next Spreadsheet Life video.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me.